Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Cheesy, and welcome back to another F1 2019 episode. Hope you guys are all doing well, having a great day or whatever time it might be in the day for you guys. Hope you all are just doing great. So today we will be going in Spa. So I did all the qualifying, or I did all the practice sessions, the track. I can't pronounce that name program because I'm just gonna put it at that right now, and the qualifying sim and everything of that sort. But now we'll be moving into qualifying, and I just want to speed up the episodes, not necessarily speed them up, but just show you guys more of the action because practice isn't that fun. But catch you guys in the car.
Downhill, Eau Rouge as well. This track isn't for the faint-hearted. I want to talk briefly about the strategy in these qualifying sessions. Anthony Davidson, how can a driver adjust their approach to gain those critical extra tenths of a second?
Well, qualifying isn't about adjusting your approach necessarily. It's more about trying to repeat a low fuel run that you've practiced prior to this session. You're looking for perfection on the lap, and that's hard to achieve if you're trying something new. There are some variables that can stand in your way, however. Track position or unexpected yellow flags, for example. Coupled with ever-changing track conditions, it's important to be out there at the right moment. But as a driver, you have to try and ignore these distractions and just keep your mind focused on that one perfect lap.
Alright, then let's go to this one-shot qualifying. I'm pumped up, guys. I'm very excited for this. Spa is always a fun track. It's a high-speed track, and I think that it'll be good. So, looking at our power unit here, everything looks alright. It doesn't look too worn out, and I think that we're good on everything. We might have to take a penalty later on. Thanks, Jeff. We might have to take a penalty later on in the career, but we're pretty far out now, and I think we should be alright. So now, coming down to the front now, first corner, turn 1, and it is looking like a P1 out of the first corner. That's good because you can carry a lot of speed through this area, and I think that the power unit upgrades that we've done have really helped us out, keeping it flat all the way through, and then picking up that DRS on this long straight, where this year every Ferrari would have got lapped if they hadn't had their issues. Well, even with their issues, that's why they got lapped. But they held on this year. So coming down this right-hander, and you can see the AI are a lot closer. My second place Ghost is a lot closer. You don't see the dot like 2 inches behind us as you usually would, which is nice to see that they're staying close, and that's something that you always gotta enjoy while it happens, because while we're turning up the AI a little bit higher, it is what it is. Going through this middle chicane right here, carrying some speed through it, and it's still a provisional pole for us at this time. Coming through the second sector now, and fastest time, or fastest split, I should say. But doing alright. I think that we have like podium grid positions in place, front row maybe, even that. So first or second row, I think we should be good. Coming through the last part, heavy braking zone here. Don't want to mess that up too much, but I think that it's first place finish, or first place grid. Yes, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. Those changes that you made definitely helped out, like drastically.
Let's review our top 3
oh wow, Sergio Perez is 4th. That's an improvement for him. It's nice to see him there. It's pretty fun. But you have the Mercedes all 4, and then Ferrari behind, and Red Bull. So top 6 or top 4 is taken up by Mercedes powered engines, and then you have Red Bull and Ferrari battling for those lower places, which I think that will be the rest of the season, because we are second in the Drivers' Championship, our first in the Drivers' Championship for me, and second in the Constructors' Championship. Interview time? Question mark? I don't know. We'll have to see. No, it's taking too long. Yeah, no, I had to load too much. So, getting back on those top of the rivalries, nice to see that, appreciating that, getting back on top. We get the resource points, not a lot from qualifying, which is alright, because we can still save up from the race and practice. And I did do some upgrades, I believe, that will be coming in soon.
Call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Yep. And if you saw that weather forecast, I went through it real quick, but that weather forecast, it said rain middle of the race towards the end. So that doesn't look too good. Maybe we can make a late pit stop, and maybe people who do an undercut will have to pit again, and I think that should help us out. But I'm not completely sure on what the strategy is at this moment in time. But let's go racing.
In the 48 races held at Spa between 1950 and 2015, the race winner has only started from pole position on 16 occasions. Qualifying yesterday may have set the order for today, but expect the unexpected here in the Belgian Grand Prix. As the saying goes, of course, anything can happen. And you know what? It usually does. So here we are once again, ready to go racing through the Ardennes Forest. 4.35 miles of long straights, fast corners and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high-quality racing as well. Simply put it, there really is no place quite like Spa. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Let's talk about Mr. Monaco. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Mr. Monaco lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Verstappen, Vettel, Albon, Weber and Kimi Raikkonen, Magnussen, Grosjean, Lando Norris and Giovinazzi, Stroll, Russell, Daniel Kvyat and Pierre Gasly. Butler and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, La Source is always pretty tight, but we've got a clear run. Remember the runoff if you need it.
Alright, thanks Jeff, appreciate that. And there's nothing we can actually do with the strategy. I was looking, but you can't do anything with the wet tires because you can't put those in. It's not calibrated for that. But Hamilton gets a lightning quick start. We'll be able to inside turn unless he tries to do a switchback move on us as we run wide, and no, we get the job done. And actually Bottas is second place and Perez is third. So Hamilton just didn't do well, and I don't know why it says 6% wear at the start of the race. Formation lap, maybe, but we don't do formation lap, so I really have no idea what's going on. But I'm pumped up for this race. I think that the start was okay, and we just need to build on top of that, as Jeff always says, or he will say at the end of the first lap at least, usually. So 11 lap race, so not that long, shorter than our previous ones, or previous 25% races. They're usually around 15 to 20, which is kind of long. Let's say did those 60 lap, no, 80 lap races, closer to 80, like the 72 lap, 73, 74, stuff like that goes into those higher teens, I guess you would say. So you can change the next tires to intermediates, and I think that that's what the plan will be when I pit, because I want to stay ready for that rain and just get ahead of it, as Bottas is driving really dirty through here. But we can stay on the gas through that right-hander, or left-hander I should say, as the AI brake a little bit, so we can just get him on that area. And coming through the end of the first lap now, and looking pretty fast, pretty speedy. I think that we should get the fastest lap of the race if we can, as soon as possible, and keep it there, just because we want that extra constructor's point as we hit that wall there. No bueno. That's not good. Eek. And you can see me messing around with the downforce here. I don't know if it actually changes anything at that moment. I don't know if you have to go to pit to change that, but I was just messing around with it, seeing what we can do, and if it does increase your downforce, because I have no idea. I think that's something that you have to do in the pits, because everything in that area is pits, but I really don't know. I would highly doubt that you can change downforce in it now, looking after the fact, after recording this, but I don't know what I was doing.
We don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. The rain could come at any moment. Watch out, dry seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Alright, yeah, because it's looking pretty cloudy, Jeff. I don't know. You gotta tell me when we gotta pit, because I don't want to be caught in the rain halfway through my lap, because it is a long lap. Minute and a half almost. A little bit longer. And that's a minute and a half plus whatever more time lost, which is not good. So I really want to try to spread the gap and pit or try to pit before, because the intermediates, they'll slow you down when it's not raining, but it's better safe than sorry, I would say. But I don't think the rain's going to come until lap 4 or 5, so we should be good.
2 laps until the pit window. You'll be on inters for the next stint.
Yes, the 5s. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. I like how he gives you feedback. But Pereira is setting the fastest lap. Props to the teammate. Props to Checo on that. But we don't want that. We want that driver's point, not constructors. But we also get that too. But I want it for the drivers. A little bit of I'm being a showman right here with that statement, but it is what it is. And I really am enjoying the circuit. I wouldn't say it's my favorite circuit, because it is very technical, and I don't like technicality in my circuits because they're just not as easy to work with. But it is a pretty fun circuit. Up ready onto Eau Rouge. Yeah, that's pretty nice, and it's pretty fun. And as you guys can see, we have that. Alright, Jeff, you can stop talking and just tell me what best tires. You can see on the mirror on the TV cam, we're getting a little bit of rain, and you can visibly see it on the tires and running through. So not standing water yet, not enough for wet tires, but maybe think about the intermediates, because as you can see, we're down on our middle sector, and I think that was due to some of the rain. I'm not making excuses, but I think that's a factor to that as I run wide. And Jeff saying change strategy, pit right now. Alright, Jeff, I'll listen to you. You really want to be safe than sorry, so I'm okay with that.
Sergio is in for his stop.
Yeah, so we're double stacking here? No way. No way we're getting that done. He's way too close. I kind of want to see this. This looks pretty interesting. So yeah, he had to stop for a little bit. But we are going to the inners, and we'll stay 4th place. Robert Kubica, he's not pitting, and I'm assuming, I don't know if that is Lucas Weber, but we have a couple people, three people not pitting, and they'll probably be pitting for that with their times and falling behind. I kind of want to know what Hamilton is on and Bottas is on.
Some information on Leclerc. They have an issue be slow.
Alright, not the driver I was talking about, but okay. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. But that's alright, no worries. And going around the outside of Kubica now, and yes, it is Weber ahead of us, the third place Weber. And did he spin out? Did I spin him out? Alright, my fault. My fault. That's my bad.
Some
My bad.
information on Leclerc. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car.
Alright, sad to see Charles go, but just helps us out in, maybe making a gap in the Drivers' Championship, Constructors' Championship, whatever it may be. But it stinks that you have to see him hop out of the race for terminal engine issue, I think it is. So that's alright. As you can see, we're running like past. Well, this lap will be above 2 minutes. Oh, never mind. That's not because of the rain. That's because of the pit stop. I was thinking, why is this lap so long? My fault there. And these tires are definitely making a difference. As you can see, we are getting a lot of time on outbraking him, but he's just slowed us down. I think that if we cross Albon in the pits here, it'll be first place right now, and it is.
Run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Alright, Jeff, we'll do, no problem. Understood. Definitely will do that. But we need to push and get a gap to Bottas, because I don't want him on my rear end, because that won't be good. And I don't know if that was the fans or my tires screeching, but that did not sound good at all. That sounded like my brakes were crying, or the fans were screaming. One of those two. Let's hope it's the fans, because you know they just love me. I'm a person of the fans. I'm a showman. I do it for them. Always make the fans happy. So that's nice. So coming through this, we're running standard right now, and I think that should be alright. Moving to engine 2, and I think the fact that we run rich mixture for so long definitely affects our MGU and our other engine components. So I think that maybe we'll need to start to decrease the amount of air and fuel mix that we put on, the stress that we put on our engine. But Hamilton is back up into third place. Was sitting there for a second, but I just didn't mention it, and that's not good, because I want to see Checo in the points. I think that double stack pit stop really hurt him, as you can see, because I think that's him behind the two yellow cars, but I'm not sure, as Bottas is looking for a way down, but we won't give him anything as he breaks there, and we get that little bit of a gap increase, which is nice to see, breaking at the 100 mark. And the rain is definitely picking up now, and we're starting to have a real rain instead of a little bit of drizzle. And looking behind, you can see he's on Inters because of the green arrow, and pushing him on to the outside, because we are still fighting friendly competition, I guess you would say, but we still really want to fight with him. So I'll get back to you guys once we have some action, or maybe once he passes us. So yeah.
of fuel remaining. Some information on Norris. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
To whom it may concern, said Valtteri Bottas, as he's looking very closely on me and looking for any opportunity he sees to get past me. As you can see, all the white arrows, I've been trying to stop him on this lap, but he's just way too close now, and we're not doing too well. Catching up to us on the straight, late on the brakes. Whew, that's not a good turn, and yeah, he takes advantage of that. You can't really blame him though, because I gave him that opportunity. So to whom this may concern, Valtteri Bottas, nice job, nice job. I'll give him that. It was good will on his part, good driving on his part, recognizing that I was going to turn wide, but I'm still going to get him back. I don't really care too much, because with the next lap, or within the next few corners even, I'm going to try to punch back at him and try to get ahead, whether that is for late braking or the around here. Can we get it done? Going wide? No.
Only
Yeah.
got 2 laps of fuel left.
Well, that's perfect, Jeff. If you can do the math, 9 minus 11 is -2, or 11 minus 9 is 2. So 2 laps of fuel left would be a perfect amount. So thanks for letting me know that we have the perfect amount of fuel left. A-okay then. So, as I said, the next few corners, I don't think that's going to be happening. I think that it's within the next few laps as we see an opportunity, and we'll just need to build upon that. But the rain is picking up, and everyone's just starting to get back into a clump just because of our time slowing down, and Bottas really does stay ahead here, which is not the ideal situation, but hopefully we can kind of outbreak him and get within this slipstream, within this pit straight, to try to go for a dive down in the inside, and we make it through. No, we don't make it through. We get the job done, we don't make it through. Our car is heavily damaged.
Great pass.
Thanks, Jeff. That was a great pass. I do agree. So now we need to take this corner a little bit better, and I think that is a job well done. Very nice by me, if I do say so myself. And I think that now we'll have the teammates fight for position, and we'll just carry on. So I think that should be good.
Green flag. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Alright, now last lap of the race that we're coming to, and Vettel has made his approach on us.
The stewards won't give you a penalty when leading on
Oh, Jeff, it's last lap.
6
Cut it out, bro. Just drive faster, as Danny Rick said. So coming on the last lap now, we have 3 different teams competing for the podium, and Verstappen is behind. Don't think he'll catch up, but it is what it is, as people say. And hopefully we can be on top of them. If not, we'll probably get a podium, but I'm hoping to hold off everybody behind me on this last lap, as they are in my slipstream, and Hamilton will look down on the inside, but we cut him off. No, we don't give him the space. The racing incident, I don't know, but we can't give him the space, because then he'll get even more points than us, and we want that win. We want as many wins of the season as we can, and the aggressive AI being more pushy at this level, we're just not going to give it to them. They're going to have to find a different way. Been overtaken once, I believe, during this 11 lap stint, I guess you would call it, and I think that's a job well done, and we'll be coming home in the ball. I'm not going to celebrate too early, but I think that we will be coming home with the win. So that is looking good, being on the podium once again as we run wide, almost compromising our turn there, compromising our traction, and there's a fine line between intermediate tires and wet tires, and I think that we've lost time because of these intermediate tires. I actually don't know which tire's best right now. We wouldn't obviously pit. Oh, Hamilton gets by us. Dive on the inside last lap. Give it everything. Jeff said, "Don't dive." But that's okay. And Hamilton gets pushed off. I can't talk there, but there we get a podium. And that's I'm happy about that. I don't mind the other drivers' sacrifice or suffering. I mean, I do, but not really. It's okay. Thank you. I did deserve it. I don't know who that is. I think that's Crofty. But it's alright. Let's go. I know I'm the fastest. I'm just the fastest. I'm so humble. I'm the fastest. Just that. Definitely. Both Hamilton and Sebastian have to compete with me, and they're old. I gotta say, they're some old folks compared to the first year in F1. I guess you would say they're kind of old. I mean, Kimmy's. I don't know. Kimmy founded F1. I don't know, but Kimmy's older. But he's still doing a great job.
Here's how things look in the drivers' table.
Alright, so Sergio Perez keeps that fastest lap, which is pretty good.
But there's no question in my mind, it has to go to George Russell. What a performance.
George Russell?
He's got every right to be proud of what he accomplished out
I think
there today.
Sebastian Vettel should get it. He did pretty well, and he won't do too well anymore. But we're still there. 33 points behind everybody. So 33 is not Albon, Verstappen. So Albon was in 8th place or 4th place, not Verstappen. I said Verstappen, so Verstappen was back there. I don't know what happened to him. He was not performing well today, I guess you would say.
Let's have your thoughts.
All right, let's have my thoughts. You can talk to me.
Expectations. What's your secret?
I think it's the team.
You've had experience with Devon's fast, aggressive style. Any advice for the drivers he passed today?
You gotta fend him off. You just gotta drive even dirtier. But no, I don't think so. There's no good answer.
Did you feel comfortable in the wet weather today?
No, it's either.
Did you have the wrong fuel strategy today?
What do you
or was it
mean?
your manager?
Jeff was talking me through it. I was like perfectly fine. I don't even know. I don't understand.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate your time. I very much appreciate your time. Thank you. Leading the rivalries. Looks good. Yeah, Sergio Perez had that fastest lap. You're not getting that fastest lap with him. But the resource points. Can we get those resource points? A lot of them. Race bonus. Very nice. Alright, then that's the 500 enough I think we need. So as we'll be going through this, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to click that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button. You can unsubscribe at any time if you don't want to. So guys, see you guys later, and peace.
If you choose to take him on, it might help get your name out there a bit.